and welcome everyone to my segment of Life Happens, Live Anyway. I am excited that you have chosen to join me in this space for this time. So I pray that it is a blessing to you. I am equally as excited about my book that will be coming out this summer. Yes, Life Happens, Live Anyway. Now I'm sure you're wondering, where in the world did you get that title? Well, it's something that we can all relate to. You know, life will hit us in a variety of ways. There are times when life does not go the way you plan. And are you like me? You may say, oh, I wish life could slow down and let me catch my breath so I can regroup. What can I tell you? Oftentimes life does not give us that luxury. But what I have come to realize, that in the midst of everything, we still have the power of choice. We can choose to let what we're dealing with just take over our lives, or we can stand up and be in charge and live anyway. You know, life changes, but it does not have to end. Life changes us, but it doesn't have to end us. There is so much that God has in store for us, and we have to choose to want it, first of all, and then we have to choose to live. So, you know, it's powerful to look at that definition, because oftentimes people think they're living when they're really just existing. My mind goes back to William Shakespeare. Yes, William Shakespeare. And there's a play that he has that's called Hamlet. And the famous phrase that you would hear is to be or not to be. Well, that's kind of where we are, because that really let them focus on the quality of life and the value of life, and to say, should I keep living this thing called life, or should I just call it quits? Well, I say to you, to live or not to live? That is the question. Do you choose to live and have the amazing things that are waiting on you, or do you choose to just exist? So again, come on, let's go and look at the definition. If you look at exist, it says to just be. Just be present, just show up. There's really no other requirements, just be. But when you look at one of the definitions of live, it says to remain alive. That means you're full of energy, you're full of vision, you're full of creativity. You want more of what life has. You want more than what life has given you already. That's when you choose to remain alive. Because, I said it earlier, I'll say it again, God has so much for us, but we can choose to be at the hand of the thief, or we can choose to be at the one that gives us abundant life. You know, one of my favorite scriptures is John 10:10, and it says, a thief come to steal, to kill, and destroy, but I come that you might have life and have that life more abundantly. Sounds like to be or not to be. Come on, it's your choice. Do you want to just live to where you've been robbed of everything in you, or do you want to experience the abundant life? Well, I choose abundant life, because I know life will hit you. It hit me. But what I do know, and you hear this all the time, life is not so much of what happens to you, it's how you respond to what happens to you. In this segment, in these episodes, I want to help you respond correctly. What makes me think I can help you? Because I'm like you. I have gone through some challenges. I've gone through some changes. And I have learned the power of choosing to live. You know, and we would love to just say, oh, I live. But sometimes you have to say, yeah, that happened. Oh, that happened too. But I choose to live anyway. I choose to live in spite of. You remember that thief we were talking about earlier? If he had his way, he would take away everything that would launch us into a bright future. But because Jesus is alive and well, and because he did what he did, he died, he sacrificed, he made a way for us to have everything that he said we could have. So I'm encouraging you, don't just live short. You know, Les Brown says it like this. He said, there are many people existing, they're alive, but they died at 26. They may be 52, but they stopped living at 26. They stopped enjoying life. They stopped having the passion for what's ahead. They stopped living intentionally. I want to invite you to live intentionally. What does that mean? That you take charge of your life. You have a life agenda. You get to choose the energy that you want to operate in. You get to choose the decisions that you make. You get to choose how to manage your resources. You get to choose how to move forward. That's living on purpose. That's living intentionally. And that's what's available to us. Yes, I know that happened. And can I tell you, I can relate. But I do know that there's nothing we can do about the past. You've been hit, pow, but there's nothing you can do about it other than respond correctly. Now, I know you're listening to me and saying, Dr. Randolph, it's not that easy. I will agree with you. It is not that easy. Are there some times you're going to have to fight? Absolutely. Are there some times you're going to have to get up even when it hurts? Absolutely. Are there some times that you will feel like you're by yourself and you're not quite sure what to do? Absolutely. But if you learn to outlive your circumstances, you will live a life that will outlive you. You have get up in you. Can I say that again? Yes, you do. You have get up in you. Now, you just have to learn to speak to yourself. What are you telling yourself? When you know that greater is ahead of you, you learn how to talk to yourself. You say, yeah, that was ugly, but come on, let's go. Yeah, I know you didn't like that, but come on, there's more in you. There's more living to do. So I want you to be intentional. I want you to live on purpose. That's what we're going to do as we keep moving forward. Don't let moving forward be an option. That's just part of the plan. Now, how you move forward is what you choose. But go ahead and decide, I will move forward. Stuck does not look good on you. Being stagnant does not look good on you. The same old does not look good on you. But put on your clothes of excitement. Put on your robe of innovation. Put on that, that outfit of creativity. And go be the best that you can be. I can't change my past, but I can certainly direct my future. Now, what I don't want you to get into, that's right, I'm going to do me. I'm going to live my life. Yeah, not exactly. What I'm saying is that God has a plan, and He wants us to get in alignment with what He has for our lives. He says that I want to give you the desires of your heart. And so that's the season we're in. That God, okay, yesterday is yesterday. I want to live well. I want to enjoy this journey because you only live one time and you want to live it well. So, what's our job? What's our assignment? To mash restart. To mash and say, okay, I'm going to breathe. I want to start over. You tell yourself, I am going to live intentionally. I am going to live on purpose. I am going to establish an agenda for my life. Because if you're not careful, other people will try to run your life, tell you what you should do and what you should be. Do like me and say, girl, wake up. And you choose how you want to navigate through this wonderful gift of life. So again, as we continue in these segments and episode after episode, we will continue to touch every area of your life so that you can be successful, so that you can win, so that you can be equipped, so that you can be empowered to see yourself the way God sees you, to do what He says you can do. And even when life happens, you can choose to live anyway.